going on, guys? Let's see what kind of items you might be able to find at a military surplus store or a police equipment store. So we're here in Lynchburg, Virginia. We just taught a class locally a couple days ago, and we're at Indian Rock Tactical. I've been to this place before, and it's kind of a jewel. Let's take a look at pricing differences though on various items. So we come over here. We've got actual Israeli bandages that are going to be priced at about $10. This one's a 4-inch version. Down here, one of my favorite types of bandage, we're looking at an Olaus bandage, right about the same cost. So the interesting thing on that is, if you've watched any of my previous videos, Olaus bandages are modular. This is also a newer product, and it's wider for the exact same pricing. Over here, same exact thing. You're looking at same price tag for a 6-inch, still brand new packaging, North American Rescue trauma bandage. Triangle bandages typically are extremely cheap. This is about as cheap as you'll ever see them. Coming down from that, emergency blankets. Sometimes you'll find them cheaper. This one's directly from North American Rescue. $4, not too bad. You might find a cheaper deal. Here though, we've got your mini hyphens and your full-size hyphen packs. Over here on the minis, these are about 16, and then over here about 19. Now, you can find these sometimes on Amazon for maybe $4 or $5 less, but then you have to wait to get it, and you're gonna have to probably pay shipping if you don't pay more on Amazon. And then these are slightly cheaper than I usually find them at $19 for the twin pack, because typically these will be $10 almost exactly per chest seal, so $20 for the two. A little cheaper though. Moving on, we're going to go to your hemostatic gauze. So we've got a few different ones here. So we got your cheetah gauze, $34.99. Celox Rapid, same price. Your quick clot gauze. Now this one's the XL version, meaning it's got more of it in there, but the same price. How about a normal quick clot? Same exact price. So you actually get an interesting variety. Standard size quick clot, extra large, cheetah gauze, which you rarely will find in an actual store, and then Celox Rapid, which is good stuff as well. All the same price. You can find these sometimes ranging from $35 to maybe $40. And then over here in the tourniquet range, this is a really good price. You can find these ranging $35. While I was in Ukraine, they had a boost on their pricing, maybe up to 70, so this is a really good price for that. This is a Gen 1 soft tee, and it's not gonna be standardized based on the width of the belt anymore, but I have used one of these on a casualty and it will work. Let's come down here, man. Sometimes you'll find something like this. So we're seeing a difference in price. We just had the brand new Cat Gen 7. This is not a Chinese knockoff, for about $32. Down here we're looking at 14 for the open variety, but you can do a little inspection on your own. It has the official Cat labeling, so this is a real one, not from China. And you can start to look. Does it have fraying? Do you see wear and tear in serious places? Does it have discoloration from being in the sun? The answer is no in this case. So somebody opened this at one time. It's no longer in the packaging. It's entirely useful. There's nothing wrong with this tourniquet. So if you came to a place like this, you could save yourself some money and just restage it yourself. Stretch it out. Make sure you're good. If you don't know how to do this, come to class. And now it's as ready as any will ever be. And they even saved you the time of taking it out of the package. One final thing to note, down here it's got it labeled as a Cat 6, and it is not. This is a Gen 7. So you'd want to make sure that you double check, do they intend for that to be the price that you're actually going to pay? All right.
And you can have cute kids in the mix too.
All right, so over here we've got some pre-assembled medical kits, and they're not all the same. Now some are going to be like brand new prepackaged, right? It's important to take a look at what the contents are. And in this store specifically, we can even walk over here and start to compare and contrast items. Now, the value up top here, right about $33. Let's go over here real quick. Based on this store's layout, you can start coming down the list and seeing what your value is. So we start off with burn gel. You can find various packagings of those in some capacity, and you can start to see, is it actually going to save you money? Does it actually have what you need? Or is it like a lot of first aid kits and they come with a lot of gauze and band-aids? I like stores like this that have both, because there is value in buying a pre-made trauma kit, but sometimes they don't come with what you think they need or what you think they want, and you need to double check. Do I need the actual pre-assembled kit, or am I better off making my own and just getting whatever bag I want separately? Here's another example. So this one here, looking at $100. I've already opened it up. Let's take a look. Initially, it had some pretty quality items. We got Quick Clot gauze, which again we talked about on our own, is almost $35 just for that. Over here, H bandages, that would fall into at least $10 category. It does have some shears, has a slightly older cat tourniquet, but it is new, that would be good. Some compressed gauze. It's got a few things going on. But you know what I didn't see initially was chest seals, so I searched a little bit further. I had to locate that on the front. It has a single Bolin chest seal. Now these do work, but here's the downside. It's one, and I know the ways of using plastic and packaging as an additional chest seal. I teach that in class. The downside is, if I don't have to do that, I don't really want to, I would like to have at least 2 minimally official designated chest seals. That's why you'll see most of them come in a twin pack, because that's usually a minimum, and then you could use the wrapper if you absolutely had to. But when I was still doing police work, I started carrying something about 5 or 6, because stab wounds were common. They don't run out of bullets, and you'll get multiple punctures very quickly. So this is something I'd have to add on to, and it starts to decrease the value, in my opinion, of this individual kit. Overall, though, the bag is a much better construction than some others. I don't like this one as much. It's just my preference. You start to notice that stitching is a little bit different, whereas this one, on various points, has multiple layers of stitching. The spacing between stitches is another factor I've noticed. This one's also a drop leg platform. This is not. This is meant to be mounted with Molly. Just things to think about. So do your own due diligence, double check, what do you actually need, and more importantly, what do you actually know how to use? Because there's one thing to get items in case someone else could use them, that's valid. But if you don't know how to use them, it may not be worth your time and money. It just depends. Hope it helps. We'll see you later. That's pretty cool. It's an entire stretcher. $279.99.